back, everybody. Sorry for that little hiatus I took. I haven't posted a video in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, because I was on vacation with my family. And then unfortunately, my little girl got really sick with a disease called hand, foot, and mouth, and it was just a huge fiasco. So I am back, and hopefully I am back for good now. Hopefully, going to try to start putting up more videos, at least every other day, maybe every third day, depending on the video and the quality of the content that I have. But I came back to one of my roots, guys. The original game that really got me into YouTube and streaming, and unfortunately I kicked it to the curb a little too soon. I should have built up my channel a little bit more on it, but you know, hey, hindsight's 2020. But I came back for the to try out all the new content. I hadn't really played it since, I don't even know, like I feel like it's been like 3 months or something like that. Came back to try out Last Stand, try out the new game modes, and you know, I liked it. I don't know if I honestly thought it was worth $15, but that's a video for another day. My main reason for this video was year two, and what I think Division needs to do, what they can do to help bring players back to the game. One of the first things I think that the focus needs to be on, and I know a lot of people probably disagree with me, I mean, is they honestly need to focus on the people that are not currently playing the game. They need to bring people back to the game, and unfortunately all these updates and all these patches and all these ideas they've come up with and are for people playing the game, which is, don't get me wrong, those people are still in the game. I'm not saying ignore them, but they like what's in the game already. They need to do something to bring the player base back. Like, I'm sure, I don't know the numbers, but I guarantee that they're probably at a maximum of 50% of what they used to be at, and until you can bring players back to the game is going to die. I mean, that's just what happens. If you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. So if you're not getting new players, you just keep losing old players, and it's just getting worse and worse. And one of the problems is that it's stale. I mean, yeah, they released Last Stand, and yeah, it's a new game, like game mode. They have an actual PvP game mode, but it's really the same PvP. It's everybody rushes, you run in a circle, you hip fire, you throw some grenades, you drop some seeker mines, you know what I mean? Like, there's really not any change to the actual what you're doing. Like, you don't really get rewarded for playing the objectives anyway, and I mean, the content, or not the content, the rewards drop like candy. So it's like, whether you win or lose, you're getting rewarded like crazy. So there really is no point to focusing on playing the game, in my opinion. I mean, it was still fun because it did feel different. It wasn't the DZ, but it still kind of was. So I don't know. I wasn't super impressed by it, but I also was glad there was something new in the game. But yeah, definitely. I think at this point too, I would honestly, to me, the Division has already kind of shown all of its cards, man. And at this point, they need to come out with something crazy. Like, they need to throw caution to the wind. I mean, they've already alienated a bunch of the player base, which some people may disagree or agree with. But the point, I mean, we can see it happening. A lot of the major content creators have backed out because of the staleness in the game. Now, I'm not saying they're correct. I'm not saying we should agree with them or disagree with them, but merely making the point that the game is dying. It's slowly dying. It's unfortunate because was one of my favorite games that I used to play. I hadn't played it in a while, and I used to love streaming the game, man. It was like my favorite thing to do every night when I got home from work after I got all my stuff done and chilled with my family. The next thing I looked forward to was streaming this game. And that's the feeling I want to come back to the game, and that's why I'm doing this video, honestly. A lot of people are going to say, why are you complaining? I'm not. I'm honestly trying to come up with ideas that can help fix this game. And I think the most important thing is they got to surprise us, man. They got to give us something new. They've got to hit us with not only something new, but it's got to be something that will last. Whether it is some kind of dedicated PvP, and I don't mean following the likes of Call of Duty, but kind of the idea where, you know, you play Call of Duty because you're playing that PvP over and over. You enjoy that competition, you enjoy playing those different maps, the game modes, but it's repetitive. It gives you something to do. I mean, like Destiny. They have some continual daily PvE content you can do. I mean, it gets old pretty fast too, but then they also have the PvP that you can go into in between patches, in between, you know, in between their weekly PvP contests that they have that brings people back to the game. You know, like, the Division needs to Excuse me, guys. I apologize for that. They really need to hit us with something. I think out of left field, man. This is my personal opinion. I think the way they bring more players back to the game is not by looking what everybody's talking about now and what all they want, and they need to just go for something out of the blue, man. Just drop a bomb on us, surprise us. I mean, I was trying to think of some ideas to give them, and I mean, these are weak ideas, but it was just an example of what I mean by drop a bomb on us. But like, maybe throw weapons into the game that have more than just the effects, like the, oh, you know, one bullet out of 100 might light you on fire. Like, I don't know, like, make something interesting. Maybe throw some abilities into the game that you can use with your teammates, that if you use them together they become extra powerful. Like, maybe if you get together with a teammate and you both pop a sig at the same time, you can like combine your sig, and then once it's done it uses a longer cooldown. I don't know, you know, like, just something like you could throw in some skills like that, throw in some new weapons, throw in some new gear sets that have completely different attributes, have completely different like skills that they bring to the game. Like, I don't know, I mean, it's just, you know, like, everybody likes to have something new, right? It's kind of like opening a gift at Christmas. That feeling when you get a new gear set, when you get something new that just plays different, that makes you play the game differently, that makes you think differently. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. I apologize if I'm being a little long-winded, but I really do hope year 2 has something coming for this, guys. If it doesn't, I honestly feel like this game's going to die until the second one comes out, and then hopefully they can pick it up there. But if they don't give us something soon, if they don't give the player base something soon, you're just going to lose everybody. I mean, it's just become too stale. And it's unfortunate because I think a lot of us love this game and would love to come back to this game. So hopefully year 2's got something in store for us, guys, and hopefully I can keep up on my goal to provide content for you, following a little bit of Division, following you know, the upcoming Destiny 2. I hope to come into that game when it comes out, but I appreciate all your support, guys. Even though we're growing slowly, I just, you know, I enjoy creating content for you guys. That's why I like doing this. It isn't about the money for me or anything like that, so I'm not really worried about fast growth, but I do appreciate when people comment on the videos and just give me something, you know, to talk to and respond to. But definitely, I hope you guys have a good one. Talk to you guys later.